Test, test. Okay, I'm gonna turn the volume up, and then I'm gonna do a noise gate. Noise gate. Test, 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 test. Test, 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 test. Okay. Test, 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 test. Oh my word. How does this thing work? Test, test. Test, 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 test. Okay, okay, cool. Test, test. Okay. Okay. I think that's pretty good. Pretty good. Let's get the iPad out. Test, test. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hello, 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 hello. Test. Okay. Alrighty. Hello. Okay. Hello. Okay. Yeah. My goodness, that's gross. All right. Sending data, but I'm not receiving data from Twitch. Edit settings. Oh. Okay. Good enough for today. We're gonna be hearing the birds pretty good. Hey bud. It's okay. We're all good. We're fine. Alrighty. Okay. Why? Hello. Bummer. How do I not hear my echo? Is it because it's somehow getting routed through the desktop audio? No, that doesn't make any sense. It does not make sense. Testing. Okay. I would really love to figure out how to not hear my voice. Okay, that's muted. Oh, interesting. Whoa, that's weird. Hello. What the heck? This is so weird. Hello. Monitor off. Why am I getting that lag and delay in the audio? It's killing me. Sending data. Oh, that's weird too. Oh no. Jeez. The freaking chatbot's going insane. Gotta fix that real quick. Oh goodness. No, I want relay mode, but I don't want chat timers. Why is it posting so like all of that all at once? So strange. Oh, because it's all on each platform. I see. I swear I'm gonna freak out. Why is this happening? Microphone. Test. Test. Wow, that worked. Okay. Cool. I'm into it. Okay. Good afternoon. It is great to be here on this fine Saturday afternoon. Hope everyone's chilling today. Had to deal with still having some technological conflict. Just little random stuff that's just being annoying. So I've also worked on the audio. Hopefully the audio is better, more pleasant to listen to. And we will see how it goes today. Just trying to get this thing dialed. Constant battle, you know what I mean? Oh, that's super funny. I need to change that. I'll change that right now. Little chat setting funny thing. Cool. Sweet. Well, today we are doing comics. Gonna keep thumbnailing this story. The first episode, or basically the first 3 episodes is what we're working on right now. Thumbnailing them out, getting ideas out on paper, and working on I'm going to take a look at the thumbnails we made yesterday to check for flow and see if we can consolidate panels or expand on a certain moment or situation that may seem unclear. So your help is very much a super asset in this process. If you can follow along, if you're interested in doing this, follow along, help me decide, what makes sense. And if you have any questions or clarifications about what my little doodles mean on the storyboard, just fire away in the chat. That's awesome. So we are also streaming to YouTube. I started streaming to YouTube last week, and mostly that's for recording purposes, so that we can have recordings for longer than 2 weeks, which Twitch restricts us to 2 weeks, understandably so, because that would be an insane amount of data that they would have to be storing all the time. It still is, but anyway. Yeah, so we're looking pretty good on the chat side of things now. I think the bot should be calmed down. And then my dashboard's still struggling to receive data from Twitch, but that's okay. Not a big deal. Okay. Today we're also going to be doing some channel art, and so I'm gonna be working on panel images for the channel, and we might even get to some emotes, depending on how engaged I am. Well, I might do that first just for like 30 minutes, so we'll probably just do like a panel template, and then maybe 1 or 2 emotes, and then I don't know. We'll see what happens. That's kind of the plan, though. I'm also drawing without my thumb brace for the first time in a week or so, so I'm hoping that isn't gonna be a problem for my left thumb. Lines are looking pretty good today, so that's happy. Not too bad, actually, all things considered. That is pretty good. Do some vertical. Vertical lines. Ooh, I am digging this song. This is good. Good stuff. What have we got going on? Caco Jorge Andres, Observando el Sol, Observations of the Sun. Nice. That's dope. So good. Dang. Drawing without the brace is pretty nice, apparently. Still, these short curves I'm really not very good at. I'm trying to use my arm. It's kind of hard to control the arm at that with like a really small stroke like that. especially when the hand is like catching little oil spots on my screen protector. Man, I'm super digging this song. So good. Oh no. Alright, give me a second. Looks like the chatbot is still confused. Okay, hopefully that'll help. Well, what are you talking about, Leo? Something very, very important. Wow! Hey, you want to come here? You want to say hello? Hello? Hey, everybody. Wow. Yeah. Hi. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. It's about time to wrap this part of things up. So,
Step up.
we're gonna do maybe something like that. Oh, right. Maybe something like that. Actually, I like that. I'm digging it. The birds are just like going nuts. Yeah. So fun. Hey, you want to come here? Hey, buddy. Oh, no. No, you dummy. Come here. Yeah. There we go. This is Lars. He loves to sing. Sister 19 lol online. I don't think you're a real person, but if you are, it's just lovely to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Ooh. I could play around with some different fonts here too. Whoa. Whoa. Nope, I don't want that. I'm actually really into that. That looks pretty sick. Yeah, I'm super into that. That's great. Ah, no. I'm sorry about the chat bot. It's just... Apparently I just don't know how to use it right. That's okay. Man, the spacing on those words is like huge. I wonder if I can change that. Or if that's like a setting that comes with the font. Maybe I'll just combine it. Oh, that's kind of an interesting to outline that in white. Actually, I kind of like that. We'll try it.
I need Leo to stay in here. I'll grab food. Step off. Thank you.
Let's see, what other panels do we have? Should we have? Oh, we'll be making more in the future as more stuff starts happening. Whoa! It's okay, buddy. Got a little scared by something. Hey, Amy the Wolf. Thank you for joining us today. It's good to see you. Good to have you on. We've seen you before. It's been a minute. What are you up to this fine Saturday? Man, I'm struggling to think of what other panels we might need on the channel. I just love this font. It's so cool. It's so interesting. And I suppose we will want another one for Patreon. Oh, did it? Okay. Sweet. Cool. Well, that's fun. That's exciting. Finally did that. We got 15 minutes. Oh, there we go. Not much. Woke up, read a little manga, fell back asleep till 3:30. Should have been doing art homework. Ah, solid. I am familiar with that life. You know, if you want, there are ways you can make your own custom font. Oh, Well, that just sounds like loads of fun. Do you have a pet bird? Yes, I do. This is Lars. I have 2 pet birds. This is Lars, and then the one squawking in the background is Leo. Lars is a little bit shy, as you can see, and he doesn't like it when I wear headphones. And Leo is just kind of ornery all the time. So, it's good stuff. Well, let's maybe do an emote or 2. Oops. Edit canvas properties. Itty bitty. Oh boy. Leo's freaked.
Yeah. It's time to grab this. Okay, see ya. Say goodbye. Don't follow me.
Oops. No, come back. Okay. Maybe a rose brush. That would be really funny. Oop. Just like roses. With our secondary color. Black and I don't know. I'm just thinking just like super random. Whoa. Maybe have like a bird. I don't know. Highlight curve, hatching. I don't love what's going on there, actually. Soft circle. Oh, that's awesome. And then we can maybe do How's the recovered streams going? Oh, thanks for asking. They're going pretty good. I'm sorry, I'm just horrible at remembering to like look up at the chat. They're going good. Yeah, we had another friend of mine hop on a couple weeks ago, and then I shared just about some of the steps this week. Well, step 1 this week in like a 12-step program. And yeah, I don't know. That's pretty much it. And I'm just gonna have to send it with this heart and just be okay with it. There we go. This is me being okay with it. Beauty. Just gonna send it. Perfect. I love it. I think we can do one more. But anyway, yeah, about the recovery streams, we're still going, still doing pretty good. I appreciate you bringing it up because I need to find somebody to join us for next week. Oh, are we stuck? Are you okay? Are you stuck? Sometimes his talons get stuck in the shirt I'm wearing. He really doesn't want help, but he really needs help, so it's kind of funny. And you know what? We're just gonna color this right in. Hey, hey, hey! Thank you, Miss Slami. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much. It's so kind. We're just doing some emotes before moving on to the, Oh! Hey, hey! Marshall's World. Wow. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It's more than welcome. Just finishing up a couple emotes before I start on comics today. So, those emotes will be available during the next stream. Okay. And true to the spirit of just accepting imperfection, there you go. Excuse me. I just have one bird poop on my shoulder. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Not bad. So, thanks, Marshall's World. That's nice. And this Miss Slami, yee, CX. That's a really cute little emote you got there too, with the heart. It's good stuff. Good stuff. Man, I love when people are on. It's so much more fun. It's awesome. We also did panel images. So that was fun. And we have a little snail heart emote. And yeah, good stuff. Good stuff, good stuff. I'm opening the thumbnails. Oh no, why is that happening? The stupid bot. I'm gonna kill something. So, even though I turned that repeat off. What? Oh, it's so unbelievably weird. Yeah, I know. It's so confusing. Why, like, this recovery bot message isn't even supposed to be running right now. Like, I go to the settings and it says it's turned off. So dumb. This is a great song. A love supreme, 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 a love supreme. The struggle, yeah, for real though. For real though. See, the Snail link one, I'm fine with that. That should be going off every hour. But like, ugh, it's dumb. My chat timers are disabled. Bot. Maybe it's like a Discord issue? I don't know. I don't know. So since I have you guys here, yeah, I do have a Discord server. I'm trying to figure out what how to sort of leverage these different tools that we have available to us for our benefit. I think this channel could grow into like a really cool recovery oriented community. And so I want that. If you want it, then I want it for sure. If you don't want it, then that's totally fine. I understand we might just like put a hold on it for a while. But it would be super, super helpful if you could click on the screen, on the Twitch overlay, there should be a little icon with my picture, and you just click on that and take the survey about why you're here. That would be super helpful, just kind of what you want to see more of from the channel. If you're not usually an art, stream type person, please just pick something that you might find interesting, or even say like, well, I'm not really interested in this stuff. So that's really, really helpful feedback for me. And then yeah, like over on the Discord server, I have sort of a space for like comic oriented things. For a while I was meeting with a group of artists, and we were just sort of like helping to motivate each other on our comic projects. So if that's something that's interesting to you, then we can do that. There's a addiction recovery section where we can like chat and talk about, different questions or whatever in a more possibly friendly setting than, the open Twitch chat box. Well, Twitch and YouTube chat box. And yeah, there are lots of different options out there. But the point is, I want to be here for you to help you remember that you're not alone in like doing hard things, in like living your dreams and pursuing them, that like you have people who are interested in supporting your art, or your like, oh, thanks Marshall's World. I love the support space that you're trying to grow. Really appreciate that. Yeah, like I think it could be really cool. But we, you know, it's hard to find places where people are candid and kind and honest about what's going on and not like judgmental. And so you know, as our community grows, the moderation is going to be a huge part to what we're doing, so that we can keep this a safe space, because that's what I really want this channel to be, is just a safe space from all the junk out there in the world. Like, I'm not interested in in who has the best stats or who can draw the best boobs. That's not what we're about over here. We're a group of people who are trying to do some good in the world and want to support and help each other in that. So yeah, anyways, it's good stuff. So yeah, thanks again, Marshall's World, for the raid. Just, that means the world. It's so helpful, so kind. And one of these days I need to do another raid one of your channels, or find some other people who are trying to spread the light and love, not porn and hatred and smack talk, because that kind of thing just really doesn't help me at all. It's like inviting toxicity into my life. But yeah, no, I appreciate it. All right, well, I'll shut up now and let you communicate to me however you want to, what you would like to see from this community. So, what are we doing today? Today, we're doing the thumbnails for the comic. This is the story that prompted me to flip my whole life upside down and start doing art. It's based on my experience in addiction recovery, and so what I'm trying to convey in these first few episodes is, I'm getting a little distracted by the vocals. Sorry. I forget what your name was, but you have a beautiful voice, but I can't think while you're singing. Okay. We're really trying to convey the powerlessness of addiction and of that behavior, and how hopeless, pitiful, demoralizing it is to be in that space. Well, sorry, you're too talented. Oh yeah, talented. Yeah, exactly. Just like, sorry, your voice is so beautiful, it's distracting. Exactly. That's exactly what it was. So, oh man, this is so good. Such a good song. Wow. Beautiful. Anyway. Oh, so good. Anyways. So, the premise that's going on, what we thumbnailed out yesterday, is first we've got the first panel here is, so this is intended to be a flashback, and then it repeats in episode 3 to kind of be like the climax of the story, or of the first 3 episodes. And so this is the inciting incident of the plot, the thing that's going to send our heroine on her journey to basically on her spiritual journey. And so she's like quivering, like struggling against, like, gun in her hand. She's pointing it at somebody's head in this alleyway at night, so it's nighttime. And then it's okay, sweetie. So it's like, whoa, like, what the heck? So this is her father. I'm sorry. Cyrus will show. Bang! She drops the gun and just like sinks to the ground sobbing because she just shot her dad. It's like really intense, really gnarly. We're not pulling punches here. So the parallel here, the arch villain's power, part of it is he can take control of somebody's body and like force them to do things that they wouldn't otherwise do. And this is what addiction does to all of us. Anyone who's an addict has experienced this feeling of like pushing, like knowing that like pulling the trigger on this decision is a bad idea. They don't want to do it. They would do anything to not do it, but they do it anyway. And they're just not in control of themselves in that moment. And so that's being translated to a magical power, essentially, of the villain, on the part of the villain. And yeah, and so pitiful, hopeless demoralization, like that's what we are trying to convey here. And it's going to take a little bit to really drive home how the depth of that, but this is yeah. So I'm going to start the first episode, I think, with this sequence of a few panels. And which means, so I want probably these 4 panels, or at least the information contained in those 4 panels, to be at the very top of my first episode, so that it pulls people in and makes them want to keep reading, right? And with Webtoon, once you read the first 3 episodes, there's a little pop-up that says subscribe. And so the goal is to get the reader through to those 3 episodes so that they want to subscribe to the series. So I won't be publishing really, I'll probably be publishing on my website one episode at a time, but in terms of Webtoon, I'm going to wait a while to publish. And when I do, I'll be publishing those first 3 episodes first and kind of seeing how people like it. If it's something that they're digging, then I'll keep posting it. If not, then maybe I'll, try something else, or just wait or redo those panels because my art will be better at that point. Anyway, lots of different options. It's all about that business strategy. Anyways, so this is going to be the first 4 panels. So the information that we're missing, that we need to capture the drama of this situation in the first 4 panels, is we need to know that this is her father before the 7th panel. We need to know this is dad by the 4th panel. And so that could be like dialogue in panel 2. It could be even in panel 1. And then this shot and this shot, they are very similar in the sense of like depth of perspective. The gun is the gun and her father's head is a central feature in both of these panels. And I was just kind of like going, now I'm trying to work out and decide how best to produce the emotions and how best to tell the story in a way that's like powerful and meaningful, in a way that will get the point across the best. So see, like right here, I tried a side view, and then from the top view. And I prefer the top view myself for this panel number 8. I forget that I have to be like drawing on the canvas for you to see where I'm pointing. Because Marshall's World, you'll appreciate... Oh, stupid bot. Oh, that's so annoying. Why? Maybe it's because maybe it won't do that until... It probably doesn't update the settings until after the stream has ended. So, that's a bummer. I'm sorry, guys. Anyway. So, I think these panels are too similar. I think we can consolidate them. I think we could do something interesting, maybe condense these 2 panels up into the first 4 as well. And then these are going to be the same. So I want to condense down those 2 panels. I think I can also condense down these 2 panels. And yeah, so for this first one, oh man. This is like the first, you know, the first introduction, the very first impression that viewers will have of the whole series. And so this panel is very important, obviously. So this is telling us about the main character, who's standing there holding the gun, but I don't like that the gun is the main focus of the image. That's not really the point of the story. It's not a violent story throughout. I mean, it is, obviously, because someone's getting shot in the head right here, but it's not, that's not like the main focus. This is not an action-driven, action genre comic. It's very like fantasy, some action, but very like, actually, yeah, it might be able to be classified as an action story. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but I'm not a huge fan of the gun being right in the center of the frame. What I would rather see is an establishing shot. So, because probably just want an establishing shot of the main character. Just introduce her immediately. So and then we want to kind of sets the stage for the world. So the second panel will tell us a lot of world information, like the technology, the general time period, sort of the general feeling of the environment that we're being introduced to. And so setting, establish setting, establish the main character, and then we're going to try to consolidate these panels. So panel 1, panel 2, panel 3, and panel 4. We'll give that a shot, see how that goes. Oh. So the first one, we want to establish our main character. Just have like a sort of like a perspective. Just like sort of looking down her arm like that. Right at her face. The focus is on the face. So this would be kind of blurred out. And then in this one, we're establishing the setting. So definitely want to draw on frame their heads with the darkness of the alleyway. And then really use the long aspect ratio of the frame to talk about the place. Maybe like the back end of a sign here. Something like that. And then there we have our street. Have some cool texture on the walls. I'm imagining kind of a post-urban, dystopian kind of setting. Sort of like modern technology mixed with magic. And very, like, I guess you could call it like fundamentalist almost, of like, you know, people have Lars is vamping with Mr. Sorry, not Mr. Mrs. Angela Puxey. Beautiful. Love it. So and then I might have some sort of like special effect that will like show like foreshadowing or like a jump into the future. Or maybe like a some sort of overlay effect that will introduce like grit and oh my gosh, the bots. Yeah, hopefully next time we won't have that problem. Sweet. It's so funny, so funny. Anyways, next time Yeah, overlay effect that will introduce like grit and just the dissonance, the tension. I want like a visual symbol of the tension that Minue is feeling in this moment, and I want to overlay it over the whole scene. I have some ideas, but we'll see how it goes. Hey Leo, what's up? Oh no, I can't track him fast enough. There we go, there's our bird cam. Bird cam. Beauty. Yeah, you guys, you're so cute. And then we might have her say like, I'm sorry, Dad, or something. Or like, yeah, because I'm sorry, because we also want to introduce that she's like powerless over the situation. We want to introduce that concept. So probably something like, I can't stop it. And then we'll have a speech bubble from Dad. It says like, it's okay, sweetie. And then, I mean, the other option is we could shorten it, abbreviate the situation for the first episode as like the preview, and then in the actual, because this will be like the 4th episode that this is actually going down, and then in the real episode we could like you know, have more information, because then it's like we're familiar enough with what's going on. The dad will mention Cyrus, and we won't know what she's talking about, but it'll be like maybe not too much new information all at once. Like, Cyrus, what? Like, I don't remember that, or whatever. And then, you know, on the dad's part, this exchange is really important too, because, oh, the birds aren't there anymore. We'll come back. This exchange is really important because I kind of want her dad to be someone who's very understanding of this situation, of the addict. And so an addict, you know, is hurting their family. They hate themselves because they can't change what they're doing, and they feel like they should be able to, you know, change their life and turn things around, but they can't. And for whatever reason, you know, they keep going back to that thing, and it's destructive and it's hurting people. And even in the act of this addict, our addict, Minue, you know, ending the life of her father, he is understanding and empathetic of the disease, essentially, that she has been infected with, of addiction. And so, even in that moment, I want him to be expressing like love and acceptance, and just like, I know it's not you, like, this is not who you are, like, this is not the type of person you are. It's okay that this is happening because you're not in control of it. And so why do we want to, beat ourselves over the head about things we can't control? Let's just move on. Let's like let it go, move on, and like focus on the things we can. And, in this moment, he can control his response to his family members' destructive actions. And he chooses to show love and acceptance. And but he can't do that until he really understands and knows the nature of what she's dealing with. So it's like, yeah. And then later in the series, we're gonna be learning about her dad through the eyes of other characters, and through special, like, basically spiritual powers and abilities. We're gonna see into the dad's past and see how he came to understand and know about this power of the villain, and how it works and what it does and stuff like that. So there's a lot of depth. This moment is very, very important in the story, and so yeah, I'm worried that my writing, my drawing and writing will not do it justice. I'm sure that's true, but we're gonna go for it anyway. So, it's okay, sweetie. Maybe like, it's not you. This is not who you are. Something like that. I don't know. I'm like kind of wanting to take panel 3 in the first version right here, but I like the look of the expression of like peace and love on her father's face as he is like trying to help her feel okay and like be able to walk away from what he know will happen, in a way that is like healthy, and just being able to deal with it, like being able to handle the trauma that she's being put through at the hands of this evil thing, which, I mean, no metaphor is perfect. This story is a metaphor of addiction, but like addiction isn't evil, like it's not. And I think I do want to try to incorporate some of that like the power itself that is at play is not evil. It's just something that is destructive and like hurts people. But it's not like, it's easy to demonize that and like consolidate into a character, but I hesitate to do that because I don't want to be like supporting the current culture of hating people that we disagree with. I just think that's really dumb and extremely counterproductive. I don't think, letting people speak what they believe and what they think is like grounds for cutting them off. And I think love and acceptance are possible without discriminating against people that we don't like. So I don't want that to be a part of the solution or the resolution to the story. I don't want it to be like, we hate the villain and we're gonna go out and kill them and then everything's gonna be okay. It's like, no, that's not the point, because a big part of the story is that when this power is used on somebody, it takes on a life of its own in their brain, and like the caster is not able to extract it. Like, there's no going back. It's like planting a virus, and in the case of sex addiction, in the White Book of Sexaholics Anonymous, it talks about lust as a virus. And the founder of Sexaholics Anonymous actually wrote a book called The Lust Virus. And so that's kind of, I want to communicate that as well. So yeah, it's tricky because addiction is such a multifaceted issue. It's a pattern that is developed over a lot of years based on a lot of really sick beliefs and attitudes about the world and about ourselves. And yeah, it's complicated, but the resolution of it, being free from it, is really quite simple. It's just very difficult, because it's exactly opposite to what the ego demands in pretty much every situation. And the mind-identified ego, I don't think, is our friend. I think the ego is, responsible for a lot of our pain. And so the mind-identified ego, I guess, our perception of ourselves as being a certain way, or as liking certain things, or as being a certain type of person, like that does a lot of damage to me, and when I start getting in that headspace. So anyway, all that to say that I don't know how to handle this third panel. We could do just like a could just do like a I kind of like that. Maybe just show her hand, or just like the edge of the pistol. And then I'm gonna divide them like that. So this is like the street. Maybe have like I don't know, the rest of the shops in that corner. And then we get kind of the whole pose. We get to see the expression on his face as he says, like, and then he drops a hint that will lead her to to the people who will like help her, basically. So actually, I think I'm gonna, I just noticed, oh, disable chat timers. Maybe that fixed it. Anyway. Okay. Just changed the opacity of the messages on the stream overlay so that maybe, hopefully, it would be a little bit more visible. I think I'm going to move the chat box over to this big black square that's underneath me, because it definitely doesn't need to be over here on the canvas. And it's okay if it's over the reference image, that's fine. That's totally fine. The reference is, as far as I understand so far, I'm the one who's most interested in the reference image as far as using it. I haven't heard about anybody doing gestures with me or anything like that, so. Oh my goodness. Wow. Hey. Hey. Leo. Leo. Hi. Yeah, it's okay. Woo. That was stressful. Wow. Wow. Hey, buddy. All right. So her father's gonna try dropping a hint about who she can go to talk about what's happening to her and how she can like get help. But the person controlling her does not want her to get that information. And so he's going to be like, say something like, Cyrus will show you. And then, you know, we could just do like a blood splatter of like, maybe like a dumpster or something that's gonna be there. Or it could be like sort of in between, transitioning between panels. We have a big bang with effect lines, and then blood splatter. Something like that. Well, I like that better. I like that better than what I had, than what I came up with yesterday. Cool. Well, thank you to your 3 intrepid viewers who are sticking with me today. That's super kind. Love having you on. And I'm going to take a quick break, but I will be back momentarily. just in case you're confused about the chat messages, I've been having issues with my chat bot. I'm still learning how to configure it so that it works properly. And then the sensitive and triggering topics will be discussed. That message is meant for my Wednesday night recovery stories live stream, which is real people sharing real stories about real addictions and their recovery process from addiction. So with the strong language used in that message matches the serious tone of that stream, and in asking for respect from our viewers on towards the people who are brave enough to come and share in this way. Anyways, so Wednesday nights, 6 p.m. Shameless plug. Okay, I'm going to take a break, but I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. Thanks for your patience. I had to go to the bathroom and eat a meal, so I feel much better now. So, we have a few comments from YouTube. These suspicious links, don't click on them. Don't click on them. I hear they are links that will allow hackers to access your account and take your money, which is kind of crazy that people go to such lengths to hurt each other. Okay. And then, so this would be for episode 4, actually. And then
I'm sorry, I'm so stressed.
oh man, that's so annoying. This bot. Yeah, oh well. Let's see. Oh no. Got some stuff on my hand and on the iPad. Clean the screen really quick. Clean my hand. Did we have anybody who hung on through the long... Wow, we do. You guys are champions. Thank you. Ooh, I need to clean the screen more often. Feels great. Okay. And then here I want to do the title card to introduce the series. And then, yeah, so for those of us who are still hanging on, first of all, thank you. Appreciate it. Secondly, it's really, really helpful. Grant access. It's really helpful if you would be willing to take the little survey. There's going to be a little button with my picture on it. If you click on that and allow it access, then you'll see a poll that is just asking what brought you to the channel and what you're interested in seeing more of. I'm very anxious to see people's responses to that survey, and I'm excited to get a better idea of how I can enhance your experience on Twitch on my channel. So if you're willing, it'd be super helpful if you could take a quick look at that, or just message me and say, like, I don't like the options in the survey, like it doesn't really work, or like that's really good information too. So whatever Whatever you're willing to share, that would be awesome. So now we're actually starting the beginning of the series right here. And we can kind of, so we're going to slow down the pace a little bit. I'm just thinking maybe these are thoughts instead of words. And so one of her like the pains in the story is that she like couldn't say goodbye to her dad, or couldn't like express that she wasn't intending to harm him. But I don't know. In this part, you know, I might be like, I've never really felt like super comfortable with, I've had a really hard time making decisions about the world and the setting that the story takes place in. And just kind of want this to be like just a wasteland with this metropolitan kind of city state that, you know, is operating. So this is like post-urban. There's a lot of urban decay, and I'm still not sure how to integrate the ideas that are in my head, because on one hand I sort of like that idea, but it just doesn't feel quite right. It feels like too Mad Max, I guess. And then yeah, but then it's like this like image of this image right there is like very iconic in my mind, and is very important, and has been there since like the beginning of thinking about this story. So I don't want to like give that up. And maybe, I don't know, I have a hard time like placing the story in a physical reality, especially because one of my ideas, something that I think is kind of a cool concept, is exploring how, you know, addiction is like an altered state of mind, and it's like I'm living in a different reality from other people, because just like the smallest things can feel really like intense, or like really like threatening, and yeah, and then expressing visually in the way that all of us see the world differently through through the lens of our beliefs and attitudes about ourselves and other people and the world and the universe, And so all of us perceive the physical world differently. And I've thought about like making that a literal storytelling device in the story where, part of the effect of the lust virus is to manipulate the perception of reality. And so, where two people are looking at the same building, one sees that building as this decrepit, like decaying thing, and then the other one sees it as just a beautiful, like, urban space. And I think that could be really interesting, but it makes it very difficult to, like, it's hard to portray that while also like establishing a consistent reality that like the reader can feel comfortable in. And so yeah, and then I guess I haven't quite figured out whether, as a reader I am omniscient or not. Oh boy, Lars is upset. What's up? You just hate the headphones that much? He always wants to get really close to my head, and then he does, and my hair gets in his face, and then he freaks out. It's like, dude, you're doing this to yourself. Which is like story of my life, right? Can relate with that big time. So let's just send it. We're just gonna go for this sort of like post-urban it's like post-urban reality. And so reality, physical, and then we're gonna just portray the perception differences as like an inner world. And so part of the journey is going to be learning and discovering each character's inner world as its own physical reality. Which they sort of like transition in and out of. So, spiritual experience rendered as physical experience. And then the goal is to not be separated from our inner experience, where we allow our inner experience. We recognize that our inner experience is the truest reality that we can depend on, which that's something that I believe. And this story will make the case for why that is. And then kind of like the progression of the main character will be to getting to the point of experiencing like basically synergizing the two realities of like the inner world and the physical reality, of like my experience of the physical reality is bound up with my inner world and vice versa, and which will allow people to do really cool things in the real world, in the story of, like, you know, manipulating space-time, potentially, you know, manipulating what other people can and can't see, potentially, bending the laws of nature. Oh man, this stinking chat bot, it's driving me insane. Oh, that's so frustrating. So frustrating. I'm sorry. Sorry for the spam. The settings are not changing. But so it goes. So it goes. Anyway. So, setting notes can come from Distant Sky is a webtoon. The art is absolutely incredible. And I just love the artist in that series. It's astounding. I mean, so much time went into producing this comic. It's just, like, incredible. Anyway, so I'll be drawing on that quite a bit, probably, because they're also in a sort of, like, post-apocalyptic type situation. Other inspirations for the setting is, like, the Hidden Rain village in Naruto. Pain's Domain. Other inspiration for the setting could come from steampunk / industrial. But not everything is, like, broken down, so there wouldn't be a ton of, like, cities are still built. But not a lot of, at least in the introductory chapters, we won't see a lot of, like, nature kind of overgrown decay like that. It'll just be, like, sort of reusing the shells or the husks of these old buildings, skyscrapers and stuff that have fallen down, and a creating order from the chaos of the destruction of this society, you know, that was far in the past. And yeah, electricity is still a thing, so electricity. As far as transportation goes, or like technology, manufacturing. So if there is electricity, what would be the, because part of the point of this is like, I want this wasteland area to be that. It's going to feel very hostile and deadly to leave the city. So what constraints would there be to the electricity supply? Just like natural resources. Manufacturing, technology. What would create the wasteland? Just the location of the city. What happened there before? I don't want to do like necessarily nuclear war type situation. Maybe in the distant past. Or we have it be kind of like, yeah, because transportation needs to, well, I don't know, because it's like you could have like a high-speed train, high-speed regional train, kind of like if you've ever seen Cabaneri of the Iron Fortress. It's an anime about the zombie apocalypse. So good, so violent, just super gnarly, super heavy, but it's pretty good. Actually, yeah, there are a couple parts where it's like a little bit dicey with like sexual stuff. There's definitely nothing like super explicit, just a lot of allusions to nudity and that kind of thing. So take that for, fair warning. I don't know if I would go back and like watch it again or, recommend it to my kids in the future, but the story concept is really interesting and very cool. Anyways, in terms of technology, I'm thinking like we could do kind of like Somali and the like Guardian Spirit, I think. Another anime where it's like transportation is like by foot, horse, not horse, not that, but like animal power. Technology is pretty like, swords slash like just hand swords slash archery. Or it could be a blend of the two. It could be like, you know, maybe firearm technology exists. Maybe it is post-urban in the sense of like a post-apocalyptic type thing. And I'm just thinking, my wife told me something that like Jeff Bezos said, that the future would be like workers would live in space and then Earth would be like a destination, like a resort place for wealthy people. And that just like pisses me off. I hate that we have all these people who have all this money and power who are trying to play God and you know, in the name of progress, disrupt the natural order of, you know, the world. Just like making people into economic. What it is it's distilling humanity into an economic asset, and it's disgusting, and I hate it. So anyway, my rant. As if that were ethical. It's like, oh, but we'll make it really nice up in space. But it's like, okay, but what happens if you don't want to do the work? You know, what do? Drop you in the airlock or something? It's just disgusting to me. It's insane. The obvious efforts of the extremely wealthy to marginalize and step on everyone else in the name of justice and social justice and this stuff is like crazy. But I should probably just stop talking about that. So anyways, I was thinking about like, what if the story was kind of more like Jeff Bezos's future, you know, where Earth is like, but possibly the opposite, that like Earth is the place for the workers and stuff. And then, but I'm not super interested in taking the story to an intergalactic level. And I'm also kind of limiting myself to making it take place on Earth. Which it absolutely doesn't have to. Just a totally different world entirely, and like, that's okay. Stories do that all the time. But I was thinking that maybe firearm technology existed at one point, but like there was like an arms race kind of situation, and then the world decided to like basically like ban that technology and prevent its production. But then the government is using, giving that type of power only to the government, which is kind of sketchy in its own right. But I mean, that's what people in power want. They will do whatever they can do to stay at the top. And so I'm thinking like maybe guns aren't in the picture, but we do have like technologically advanced arrows and things like that can like explode or split apart, or some war making devices that are interesting and dangerous. Or, you know, the battling and the warring can happen primarily via this you know, supernatural powers. You know, electricity could be a supernatural, like the source of the light and the source of manufacturing and production could be some sort of magical thing, or it could be just a certain resource or element on this world, in this universe, that is particularly important. Sorry, I'm just talking through this because I've always struggled trying to think this through, and it's really helpful to just be able to talk through it. So I know I'm not like doing much drawing, but this is really, really good, really helpful. And maybe like, yeah, I'll just write down like magic elements / like power source, because I mean really the environment, the setting, is its own character, and environment as character, and what does that character need to represent? You know, am I trying to represent today's like spiritual climate and environment? Because that would be really intense. You know, just complete hostility against like sharing personal beliefs, a disregard for evidence, you know, complete lack of respect for people who like disagree with each other. I mean, it's scary what I'm seeing in other, you know, around. And yeah, I mean, I don't know, it's like I get it, like I'm the same way. I don't want people to rip me a new one and tell me I'm wrong or whatever. And I want to hate the people I really disagree with. It's just very satisfying to my ego, but it's not productive. Like what I really need to be doing is cultivating forgiveness and love, you know, and acceptance of these people and ideas that I am, you know. Oh no, why are we offline? Whoa, that was weird. My screen said we were offline for a second, but maybe we were not. I don't know. In any case, or do I want the environment to symbolize a, like, what idea does the environment need to convey? Yeah, I think, you know, I think the environment as a representation of the spiritual climate, of a spiritual climate, would be very appropriate, because you know, I believe in a God, and like I'm not advocating that people believe in the God that I believe in, but I am advocating through this story that like dependence upon any higher power is preferable and more effective than dependence on ourselves. And so another thing is showing other like different characters having different higher powers and representing them all as real. Yeah, it's like in terms of addiction, it's a lot less important to me like who's right rather than like what's working and who has a faith that actually works for them, in terms of like doing the heavy lifting for the just hard situations that we go through in life, and being able to handle them and like move through them, you know, in serenity and peace. And then not just that, but being able to give out and like help other people, you know, without any like deceit or guile or that kind of thing. And you know, life with a higher power is, you know, is, in my experience and in my feeling, is better. So that's definitely a big part of this story as well. So maybe I could portray the, you know, the environment could represent a like godless world kind of thing. Spiritually hostile depicted. So like spiritually hostile. Spiritually hostile, ego inflating, maybe. I don't know if that's really going to be, I don't know how I would represent that visually. A big thing for me over the last year has been learning how to interpret visual metaphor, because I just didn't really know how to even conceptualize of a metaphor as like a visual thing. It's like, oh yeah, use these types of shapes to convey this idea. Like that's still something I'm like trying to grapple with and understand how to do effectively. But I mean, really, it's also like the environment's neutral, because maybe free to be acted upon, unbiased, maybe. I don't know. Yeah. And why is this important? Because the establishing shot of the environment depends on the answers to these questions. So I can't just go like start drawing this world without having an idea of what kind of world I'm getting into. And I've avoided these questions for months. And now it's time to answer them, because here I am thumbnailing the first freaking episode and I still have no idea, you know? So this might be a project I'll be working on my own, and hopefully I'll be able to come back on Monday night with a better idea, a firmer understanding of what world we're actually dealing with here. Because I'm definitely feeling kind of this like exchange with the story today. Is like, you know, I think about something, I write down an idea, and then it's like there's just resistance and it doesn't fit, and so it spits it back out at me. It's like, okay, well that's not working. So it's really fun, and I'm really glad that we kind of got through consolidating a lot of these panels. I mean, we took 5, we turned 5 panels into 4, which I guess isn't that amazing. Either way, I think it's better. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, I guess 6 panels into 4. Anyways, not really that important. Not important. But wow, the chat is just doing so many weird things. Holy cow. Holy cow. This chatbot problem. I turned it all off, and it's like all on. It's so annoying. Whatever. Can we just point out the spring reverb on the song that's playing? It's beautiful. Wait for it. Oh yeah, beauty. Love it. Oh, I'm just loving this. Who is this? Anton DeFade. Oh yeah. Star Eyes. This is good stuff. I play some jazz guitar myself. It's been a long time, but I really want to get back into it. It's so hard to make time for that kind of stuff. But it's good. Definitely a lot of good stuff happening though. It's fun to be really engaging in this process and not running from it anymore. Just gotta like keep staying focused, you know. I don't need to do any more studies until I'm good enough. I can just freaking do this thing, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's gonna be rough at the beginning. It is for everybody. It literally doesn't matter. I can always go back and redo the first 3 episodes, and like that's probably not a big deal, you know? So, anyways, well, it's been jolly good fun. I have loved our session today. We were very productive. We got we consolidated our thumbnails for the beginning of episode 1. We talked through and experimented with some ideas for world and environment building, which is very important. And we did some emotes, and we did some panel images, which I will upload and update tonight. So getting the channel nice and spiffy looking. It's all good stuff. So with that, again, I really appreciate the intrepid 2 viewers. I don't know if you're the same 2 viewers that stuck with me through the break. If you are, that's incredible. If not, welcome. It has been lovely talking into the universe at you. And I really, truly hope to see you back here again. And this last week, I've been pretty inconsistent with my streams. I've had a really tough week for the first time in like over a year. I've had some serious suicidal thoughts, and I talked to people about it. I'm getting the support that I need. I'm getting help from my managers at work so that I can still be at work and feel okay, because that's been the biggest struggle. But I'm feeling good today, and I'm really grateful for that. The raid, shout out to Marshall's World for the raid. Super grateful. Love that guy. Love seeing him come on. Check out his channel. He does photo editing, and he's really good. He does some cool things. And yeah, super grateful for Miss Salami 1, who gave us a follow at the beginning of the stream today. Thank you. And finally, a huge shout out to my first ever patron on Patreon. She is officially well, officially, she has always been and will always be part of the Snail family. And that's my mom. Thanks, Mom. Your support in all areas of life means the world to me, and I feel super fortunate to to have you around. So you're awesome. And yeah, so speaking of Patreon, just a quick plug before we finish. Patreon subscribers will get early access to all of my comic content. So if you're on Twitch, you get to see me drawing the comics, which is great, but you don't get to experience the comic. I promise it will not be the same, because each panel will take me probably 2 to 4 hours. And so one stream, hopefully, ideally, one panel per stream is what we're looking at for production, which means one episode will take approximately 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks to finish. You're not going to be able to experience that story that you've been seeing me create. For as little as $3 a month on Patreon, you can have early access to every release of those episodes. If you want to wait until the comic is free, then you will be waiting a long time, because I'm still developing as an artist, and before I send it out for free on Webtoon, I'm planning on going back and redrawing, dozens potentially of episodes when I'm ready to publish it for free. And so I'm holding back on large scale, free publishing for a while, for that reason. And so not only do you get access to the episodes and see the development of the story and the changes as it's happening, but you get, time-lapse videos, updates, exclusive content. You also will get access to an app that I am currently developing with a team of developers that gamifies your artwork. So if you want to level up in a certain skill, keep track of your hours spent practicing figure drawing, gesture drawing, hand studies, facial expressions, environment studies, 2D character design, 3D character design, 3D modeling, whatever. There are tons of different options out that I've, isolated already. Then you'll want to be a part of that. And if you want to add your own items to keep track of and, get achievements with, then you'll have access to the customizability of that app as soon as that becomes available, which may not be until later this year. Probably potentially November is my off the top of my head guess. That's probably going to be totally wrong. But yeah, lots of cool things are happening. Lots of cool things in the pipeline. So if you want to be a part of that, then Patreon is a great place to do it. But once my website is done and rolled out, I will be offering the same benefits for cheaper, because Patreon takes a pretty high percentage in fees. And so if you sign up through Patreon, you'll pay more and get the same thing. But if you sign up through the website, then you'll pay less and get the same thing. So that's kind of my way of incentivizing you to join through the website if you are interested in supporting and contributing to the project, the mission, the life change that I'm going through right now. All of your contributions will first go towards upgrading the stream, making this a better experience for you and for everyone else. And then after that, it will go towards, funding my art education, accelerating my art education, and easing the burden of, work. Eventually, I want to, work less and not have to work 5 days a week type thing. So that's the general trajectory of that. So thank you again for hanging out with me, and I have to get running because I need to get ready for my wife's ballroom dance competition tonight, where she is gonna do her thing and shine. And yeah, cool. Love you. Thanks for making today really awesome. You seriously, viewers, you've made today really good. I've needed a good stream. I was feeling kind of discouraged about my new schedule, but you made it work. So thank you. And we will see you on Monday evening, I hope. Yes. See you on Monday. Okay, I'm done. Bye-bye.